Why doesn't Batman just call it the Justice League for help? Is he stupid? This post sent one of the parts of the internet that I'm arguably a part of into absolute shambles. I wasn't a part of the specific part of the internet that went insane, but I was on the edges of it that got to see it unfold. Though some argue it was this post with a poll about what the worst game in the Arkham series was with the complete incorrect spelling of the titles that actually sent this careening off the deep end. We might never know. Hey fellas, and welcome back to Quite with a Y. Today I have something for you that has been on my mind for a while. Sometimes I'll see a thing on the internet, either just scrolling TikTok or on my Twitter, screenshots of a community imploding or just having silly little dialogues between its members. And they'll catch my interest, but I don't really want to work hard on researching it and putting together a timeline of how we got here. I just want to talk about some of the funnier bits that I've seen and then just kind of riff about it like I usually do on this channel. You might have guessed it or have seen it already, but it's the subreddit for the Batman Arkham games going into, I don't know, DEFCON 1. They have more pride flag in their banner than I've seen from any company this month, so I mean, whatever. Shout out Arkham City shit posters. And considering I'm a part of this community, I've felt a lot of what they've been going through, watched a lot of video essays on Arkham games that have taken up more of my life than they should have, but I understand what hurts these people because they hurt me on some level. Gotham Knights was advertised as at least some kind of spiritual successor to the Batman Arkham games. Supposedly Batman dies at the end of Arkham Knight, and Batman being dead is the premise for this one. I wonder what this could be about. Apparently it was meant to be a whole different universe, which is a godsend because from what I've seen and heard, that game is a hot mess. On top of that, there's just been no new Arkham games except for ports in the last 10 years. I don't know how this community's alive. They're starving. There is a game that's meant to take place in the Arkham universe, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, but that got delayed and people are losing faith in it fast. Gotham Knights was made by WB Games, which made Arkham Origins. Origins was good, but we could at least let it slide if one of their other ones sucked because it's not Rocksteady, right guys? And it remains to be seen still, but the Suicide Squad game looks like it might be microtransaction heavy and filled with looter mechanics. And it seems like WB sees the poor reception to that because they delayed it again to change a lot of stuff apparently. Basically, we've gotten so desperate as a fandom that we're making our own Arkham games as fan fiction. And sure, there are 2-hour fan videos where they wrote up entire script treatments for a sequel to Arkham Origins or whatever Arkham game they personally want to make. Some of them are well thought out, at least from a story perspective, which is neat. But r/Arkham games, we buy into the collective delusion of Batman Arkham World. It's among many other mystery Arkham games like Arkham Universe, I don't know. But this one's the closest to real we'll get because there's a really nice CG animated trailer where they announce Spider-Man.
You don't have to do this.
Yeah, we've collectively gone insane. If you know what a circle jerk subreddit for hip-hop, boxing, there's probably one for knitting if we're being honest, are they're basically operating on 7 layers of irony with all the context of what the culture around the specific hobby is like. The Arkham subreddit just kind of skipped the middleman and made the main community hub into a pigsty. And at a certain point, that's the only place a community like this can go. At least if they want to stay alive, man, you have to sustain yourself on irony. For communities like this to last long past the game's life cycle or until there's a new game coming out, if there's not going to be official updates from the developers, then it relies completely on user-generated content. For games like Skyrim, the mods do that, so it's literally stuff that you do in the actual game experience that keeps you invested in doing it. For the Arkham games, a lot of it was tech or just impressive gameplay, but the community also thrives off shitting on itself, which I really appreciate. Since Superman exists in the Arkhamverse and Batman canonically had sex in Metropolis, does this mean that Clark knows what Bruce sounds like while climaxing? And there's an image of Talia, the only woman that Batman has ever had sex with, saying that she and Batman got down to it when they were in Metropolis, and yeah, Superman does know what Bruce sounds like while orgasming. Not because of Talia, but because Clark's the one usually making Bruce have those. Listen, Superman has any power you want to give him, and we could use his existing ones to make some crazy sex positions and maneuvers. And even if we choose to ignore the Urban Dictionary definition of what Supermaning someone is, then there's still a lot of creativity here. Shout out Soulja Boy. I don't know if you count Talia in Batman or Superman and Batman having sex as Arkham spoilers, but there's definitely going to be those in this video, if that wasn't super clear, no shit. Everybody making these memes has played all of the games probably too many times because they need their fix from somewhere. If you're watching this video in the background, peep the gameplay real quick and take a look at what I've been doing to get my fix. But sure, while the good folks at r/Arkham games make a lot of memes, make a lot of jokes, they also have a lot of criticisms. Not just of the games themselves, but the treatment and the conditions that Arkham patients are subjected to. How the fuck is this supposed to help with this guy's mental illness. He's actually got like a thing about anybody getting to see his teeth because he thinks they're fucked up, which, to be fair, he's onto something. So the doc's making him do exposure therapy, so he has to show his ugly, gnarly, fucked up teeth to everybody until they stop bothering him, or he's just come to terms with them. Helping someone along doesn't mean you're always helping them do something they'll like. This is probably just torture, though. It was like when Andrew Tate did a stint in Arkham Asylum. It was very impressive, and I never say this about him, how he got out of there, not being any more unhinged than it seemed like he was when he went in. He seems more like reserved and laid back than before he went in, which is not a usual outcome of being an inpatient at Arkham. Oh yeah, here's the classic video where Joker kicks a guard in the balls, hits the gritty, then fucking dies. What, did you think I was like lying about that? That's literally what happens. An extension of that criticism people have for the series and Batman as a whole recently is kind of shame for being fans of the property, especially with recent Gotham outings. They've elected to just erase the Bat and leave only the Man. Like, what did y'all think of Robert Mantinson as the Man? Just a man on the man's chest. This is a men's bathroom sign. When you strip Bat from man and Cat from woman, it makes it feel like people are talking about the Garden of Adam and Eve when they say men and women had the best relationship. You just erase the logos, take off the ears, and suddenly it's just a dude on screen. It's just that man. If you take the face out the suit, though, it becomes just Bat. And who would win in a fight, man or Bat? I just feel like Bat probably has the upper edge because he's got horns. I imagine they could probably go at least a little stabby-stabby. You can tell that Arkham fans are also interested in superheroes in general. I feel like most Batman fans are probably also Spider-Man fans. Like, I'm pretty equally on both. I edge Spider-Man, but that's just because I got into him sooner. And it's like by thinnest of margins, and I don't even know if it's a consistent one. On the topic of man, how are y'all feeling about that new Two Men game? The cover art got announced, and I was freaking out at Summer Games Fest when I saw that. If you know that Arkham City was teased to be released in Arkham Asylum before it ever came out, but nobody found it till City was released, because the devs fucking told us about it, then this Spider-Man Detective Vision meme is gonna be very funny to you. You should be giggling in your seat with how much joy you're having. These guys are just also really general gamers. They're really about their shit. The top post of the last month was Kratos and Atreus getting lost, but the community was just really nice about it. They upvoted them to the top so that somebody who knew the way back probably would have gotten around to seeing it, and then they would have gotten the way home. It's a community where we fuck around, we have fun, but ultimately we take care of each other and those outside of us. We're just like Batman. Now, some of these posts are obviously under like 3 layers of shit post, but none of them are outright depraved like you might have thought I was describing at the start of this video. And that's because you're looking at the sanitized version of the Arkham Meltdown. I don't have it on me. I think Degenerate J has a video on it, but there was a period of time where these dudes were just posting straight booty hole and dick onto the top post of that subreddit, and they would get deleted, but there was just too many people doing it that it just stopped working at some point. I don't know if the mods gave up or they did like a bot spam or people just got sick of the bit. I could see if that went on too long, people might have gotten sick of just seeing random Harley Quinn cooch on the Reddit timeline while in public. So probably a good call. Incidents like that are funnier as memories to be told to other people, not to be the ones doing it for me personally. Though even then, they couldn't erase every trace of what happened here. I don't remember if this was before the breakdown or this was just a genuine reflection of Arkham fan horniness, and I know they get like that. If you watch any Batman Arkham video essay, whenever like any woman Arkham character first becomes involved in the story, take a shot at the dude who made the video makes a joke about how attracted they are to this version of the Arkham character. And for some reason, they decided to bring it up years later that Harley's ass, not Epic Mealtimes, has jiggle physics to it. They do the scene where you're like carrying her fireman style, and then like they also have it split in the middle where you'd put Subway Surfer gameplay, just zooming in case you didn't notice the little shake. It was such a pointless post because everyone already fucking knows. We played the game. We were not looking at Robin's character animations during that sequence, dog. Come on. Even if it's in a like a damn, wish my ass looked like that kind of way. That's what it was for me. Harley Quinn's got nice tits. Why does she get to have such nice tits? I'm not a serial murderer. Why can't I have them? Just got dumped. What Arkham line do I text her? I send that Jiggle Physics post. She'll love that. Anyways, that's all I got for today, fellas. I kind of just want to read more of these posts because they make me giggle in my own time. If you want to send in topics, hit that kwytebox@gmail.com. Anyways, piss off.